Hello everyone, my name is Infinity and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course the law of attraction. In today's video, I want to talk about an aspect of the twin flame journey that is really hard to talk about because it's something that's really hard to understand while you're going through it. And this is what to do if you meet your twin flame and you are with someone else. So I don't know if this video is going to be so much an advice video. I don't really feel comfortable giving some sort of clear advice or guidance because everyone's situation is different. We all choose these paths within the twin flame connection. These are soul intended paths. And although if you are someone who met your twin flame when you were with someone else and it feels really confusing, know that even this aspect of your meeting was actually all preordained. It was predestined by your soul and this other person's soul. It was all part of your soul contract. And I know that for some of you that might not really be comforting, that might just be more confusing. But I do hope that through this video, I can potentially share with you some of my own thoughts and ideas when it comes to connecting with, for lack of a better word, connecting with another person when you're with your twin flame, or I should say when you've met your twin flame, because whenever I say the word with, I know that usually that's taken to mean dating or in a traditional romantic relationship. But I mean with, as in with in the 3D sense, with as in we are with each other in this lifetime. But before I get into all of this information, if you do enjoy my content, I would really be so grateful if you would click the subscribe button, join our community here of like-minded, conscious, creative beings, and also give this video a thumbs up because it really helps my videos in the algorithm to reach more people who may need to hear them. And I do know that many new people are coming to the twin flame path at this time. And of course, this isn't by mistake or accident. It comes in connection to the fact that more people are waking up around the planet than ever before. And through this spiritual awakening process, more and more of us are being spiritually prepared, energetically prepared to the point where we are capable of connecting with a twin flame. So I was just about to go on this huge tangent about that, but I do like to stay as to the point as I possibly can, given the fact that I do tend to explain a lot on the side as I'm speaking. So really, this video, it may not even be what to do if you're with someone else when you meet your twin flame, because every situation is different and you're going to do what you're going to do. And what I mean by that is, for some of you, you were with someone else, you met your twin flame, and you immediately knew, I cannot be with this other person anymore. I am so deeply connecting with my twin flame. We are energetically connecting in all of these ways. You just feel so drawn to that other person that it's like this other relationship just dissolves. But for others of you, it doesn't go this smoothly. You may be with someone who you thought of as a soulmate, or who may actually even be a romantic soulmate. You could even be with someone who you thought was a twin flame, and sometimes we call these people false twin flames. So you may be really unprepared. In fact, I feel like in almost every case, we meet our twin flame at a time when, from an ego perspective, we feel really unprepared for it to happen. We feel like we aren't ready. We need more time. We should be different. The circumstances need to be different. But on a soul level, you are ready. So I guess that's the first thing I want to say. It was your time to meet this person. You were ready to connect with your twin flame in the physical, whether you felt ready or not, whether the circumstances seemed completely impossible or not, whether one or both of you was with another person. it wouldn't have happened. You wouldn't have met at this time if it wasn't the right time for you to meet. And as Steve Jobs famously says, we can only really connect the dots looking back. We can't connect them looking forward. So I know that might sound kind of, I don't know, overly esoteric or like, okay, well, that's great from a soul perspective. But here I am in this really confusing position because so often it's so easy on the outside looking in to look at someone else's situation and say, oh, well, you met your twin flame. It should be so easy. You should be able to just immediately disconnect from this other person. But it's not that easy because we aren't just soul. We're soul combined with the human side of us, that ego side of us, which isn't all a bad thing. It does have a place. And through that other side of us, that human side of us, that material, physical side of us, we build with these other people lives, families, stability. We share memories together. We share a lifetime together. And we aren't always ready to let that go upon meeting a twin flame. And oftentimes it takes a sort of what we call an ego death that happens through the unfolding of this connection. And I say unfolding really specifically because it happens really naturally, and naturally is kind of a nice way to put it, because another way of saying it is when it happens, it's completely out of our control. We can't control the way that we will go through this spiritual awakening, this ego death. And so much of our lives will feel like it's crumbling around us. And eventually we just submit, we surrender to this path, to this connection, because I hate to say that we have no choice, but it is what our soul intended. And we will be pushed in that direction in any way necessary over the course of time through all of our healing process, which of course can also be really messy and chaotic in real time. So in this video, I really just want to give some time and space to the feelings that you might experience when you meet your twin flame, but you're already with someone else, married to someone else, connected with someone else, romantically involved with someone else. So either some of you may connect personally with this in the past or in a present situation. For others of you, this may just give you some insight into potentially what your twin flame counterpart may be feeling. Because I know that for many of you, it's not you, it's actually them that is connecting with this other person. So the first thing you are going to experience above all else is denial. Maybe there are some of you, I'm not going to say that everyone will experience this, because I know that we're all at different points on our healing journey. And for some of us, we may just meet this person, like I said, have no doubt, no denial at all, and just be 100% sure. But I feel like for most of us, when we first encounter our twin flame, especially if we have already connected romantically with another person, we have these kinds of literal bonds. Regardless of whether it's a twin flame connection or not, we forge these romantic bonds with other people through this energy we pass back and forth, through our conversations, through the time we spend together, through the memories we share together. Severing those bonds would bring a lot of grief. And we have an awareness of this on a really deep subconscious level, which means that when you first meet your twin flame, well, the very first thing that you will experience, of course, is all of the signs that we talk about. These will be undeniable. And yet, of course, if you're connecting to someone else, you probably will still try to deny them. And let me explain what I mean. So if you're dating someone else and you meet your twin flame, probably the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to feel this intense, powerful connection to this other person, to your twin flame, that transcends all logic and reason. And I can almost guarantee you something that will come into your head is, how is it possible that I feel more connected to this random stranger that I just met than I do to the person I've been dating or been married to for so long? And you may even self-judge and label this as delusional, thinking, I must be losing my mind because I swear I can read this person's energy, read their thoughts, see into their memories. I feel like we're finishing each other's sentences. And it feels like it would defy all logic and reason that we could have this connection. So you know what? Ego says, we must not have this connection. I must be making it up. So usually the denial comes pretty quickly. And this again is just your ego trying to protect itself, because it knows that if you were to accept the fact that you have some kind of deep level, eternal, spiritual connection with this person who is not your person, not the person you've been romantic with, not your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, then that is going to shatter your whole world in the eyes of the ego. And the ego knows that. So instead of accepting or validating the signs you're experiencing, you will probably first reject them and feel a lot of denial about them. And then you will find that this person keeps coming into your mind, probably into your dreams. They will communicate with you through dreams. And I don't want to get too graphic through this video, but you will feel intense feelings, attractive feelings toward this person in every level of your being. And it will drive you crazy because you will be thinking, again, I should not be able to be this attracted to this person. And then what your ego will do is it will point out all the reasons you shouldn't be in love with this person, or you couldn't be in love with this person. So then you will start, I want to say, inserting thoughts into your own brain, like forcing yourself to think, I can't really love this person because they do X, Y, or Z, and those are deal breakers for me. You will come up with deal breakers. You will remind yourself of all the things you don't like about this person. You will try to make yourself hate them, but you will find it impossible to hate them. And again, by the way, when I say these signs, I'm speaking from a lot of different perspectives here. I know that not everyone in this situation will experience all of these signs the way that I'm describing them. I'm just trying to give a voice to people who have experienced some of these strange feelings of self-judgment, self-rejection, denial. And then comes the next thing you are going to feel, which is guilt. You are going to feel intensely guilty. And again, I'm not talking about everyone, but I feel that most people in this situation have felt this feeling of guilt, because now, not only are you feeling all of this attraction toward this person, having this full-fledged, in your own mind, emotional affair that you can't stop, that you can't get rid of with this person. But now it starts to interfere with your relationship and you can't help it. So there are certain things that will begin to happen when you try to push away these feelings for your twin flame and continue connecting with this other person. The first thing that will happen is you will find that, and this won't be in all cases, but in many cases, you will lose a lot or all physical attraction for the person you've been romantic with for a long time. You just will not be able to make yourself, and you will find yourself trying to force yourself to feel attracted to them, which I know sounds really bad, but I feel like many of you will connect with this, because when we meet our twin flame, it's so hard to put some of this into words, so bear with me. I talk about so many kinds of energetic exchanges that happen between twin flames, how twin flames are like the Marianas Trench of relationships, which the Marianas Trench is the deepest point in the ocean. So this is like the deepest form of love relationship, of any kind of relationship you can feel to another soul, to another person. But something else happens too that I don't talk a lot on because it's something new that I've just kind of come into understanding, and I'm still fully working to understand it, so let me know if you have any thoughts on this. But there is some kind of sacral chakra activation. Of course, there's activation through all the chakras, but of course the sacral chakra is the seat of intimacy with other people, especially in romantic relationships, and something is activated. I don't know yet. Again, I don't have a full grasp on this, so I'm open to any insight or understanding, but I feel like this connects to the Kundalini awakening, and I feel like through this process, this activation, It's like a fire is ignited within you that can't be satisfied by anything or anyone else besides this person. And you can try to deny that fact and you can try to push it out of your mind. But that activation has already happened. I'm sorry, but you already met this person. You already went through this energetic merging with this person. You are connected. You've always been connected, but now you are aware of that fact consciously. That energy is coursing through your veins and there is no going back. And I know that might sound kind of morbid, but if you are experiencing a true twin flame connection or relationship, this is just the truth of the matter. You can't, I know there are many people out there that talk about ways to sever this connection. I personally don't believe it can be truly severed. I believe you can choose not to be with your twin flame, but I still believe you will always find yourself in the 5D energetically connecting with them in a very deep, tangible, unforgettable way. And I feel that for most of us, it will drive you mad feeling this connected to a person that you aren't able to sever yourself from. That is just my viewpoint. Again, I know that many people have different opinions on this, so I'm not discrediting those other viewpoints and views. That is just personally how I understand this connection to be, to eternally, unbreakably be. So let me try to kind of circle back here. I've gotten a little off the trail with my thoughts, but I just get so passionate talking about this. Like I feel goosebumps through my whole body because I know that many of you are connecting with this and many of you are experiencing these feelings of guilt, confusion. Oh, I was talking about things that happen with your romantic partner when you meet your twin flame if you were already with someone else romantically. So something else that begins to happen is, okay, so this is going to sound really out there, and I'm going to be honest, I've never actually heard any other twin flame teacher talk about this. I could be wrong, so let me know if you've seen another video on this because I would love to give them credit. But to my knowledge, I haven't heard much information out there on this, but I will say, and I really want to know if any of you connect with this because this just kind of came through. But when you are with someone else romantically and you've met your twin flame, when even in the act of trying to share any kind of physical intimacy with this person, including things like hugging, kissing, even just sharing a really meaningful conversation, going on a date. This is kind of crazy, but I feel like you guys will understand and connect with this. When you are looking into your person, I'm talking about your romantic partner's, not your twin flame's eyes, you will feel as though in your head, through the 5th dimension, you are connecting with your twin flame, with that person. So let me know if any of you have experienced this. I know that I've spoken a little on this before with how I talk about how other people in relationships can channel the energy of your twin flame, but this will come through in a very real, concrete way. I mean, like, you may be kissing your romantic partner and suddenly feel like you're cheating because it feels like in your head you're actually kissing your twin flame. Or like apply that to anything, but I do really want to know in the comments, let me know if any of you connect with that specifically. So of course, with this feeling like you're having this full-blown, accidental, unconscious 5th dimension emotional affair with this other person, which by the way, you most likely barely know at this point, you're going to most likely feel a lot of guilt. And again, the ego is really going to try to shove down these feelings, to try to push them out of the way in any way it possibly can. And again, it's only natural because it's a self-protection mechanism. And we can talk all day about being spiritual, being intuitive. And every one of you out there listening, I believe no matter where you are on this journey, you are a very spiritually minded, very intelligent, beautiful being. But when it comes to severing a tie or releasing someone romantically that you've been with for a long time, that would be difficult for anyone. So I guess I'm just asking you to give yourself some grace if you are in this position. It is a very tough and confusing position to be in. And so often, I feel like when we are in this position, I know this sounds that maybe no one will connect with this, but I feel like a lot of us take to researching the twin flame connection, researching all the signs, feeling all this resonance, but then thinking, okay, clearly this is a twin flame connection. You can consciously acknowledge that. But then there is this part of you that feels like it's brought back down to reality, the reality of your day-to-day life, the reality of your physical situation. And it seems so hopeless, especially if you or your person is romantically connecting to someone else. So then you think to yourself, I am just going to make it go away. And this is the next thing most people try to do when they're with a romantic partner, but they are now connecting the physical with their twin flame as well. I mean, even as small as having met this person, it doesn't take anything more than being in the same room to have this kind of activation within you that can shift the dynamic of your entire life. So usually the next thing people try to do is push this person out of their mind, but this really doesn't work, because you will find, even if, let's say you meet this person one time, you will find that even after months and months of trying to come up with all these reasons you hate them, you will not be able to hate them. You cannot stop loving them. In fact, you will love them so much that no matter how much at any given moment you're trying to convince yourself you're not interested in them, or even that you don't like them, even as a person, you could be brought to tears just thinking about them, thinking about how deeply you connect with them and how much you feel for them and how much you miss them, which will sound weird because you'll be thinking to yourself, how can I be lonely with this romantic partner I've been connecting with for so long? How can I be missing a stranger that I barely know, that I've only just met? It should seem impossible, but that is how you will feel. You will feel that to the point where, again, it can cause you to get really emotional, to feel like your heart is breaking open, to feel like you could just burst into tears. And so, of course, all of this is really confusing, but it doesn't matter how much you try to push it out of your head. And I feel like I'm sounding really negative here if you are someone who's trying to forget about your twin flame or forget about this connection. But the truth is, you've always been connecting with this person your entire life. You may think now that you're dreaming about them all the time, but they've actually always been in your dreams. It's just that now you've consciously put a face to that energy that you've always known, to that connection that you've always known in your heart and soul. I just had to take a breath there because I felt such a powerful and intense, like unconditional love energy moving through my heart chakra. So maybe some of you felt that as well. I don't really know how to close this video. I've just had a lot of powerful, intense kinds of thoughts and messages coming through. And mostly I just wanted to give a voice and give a space to those of you who are either in that confusing situation of being with another romantic partner or having your twin flame be connecting with someone else, to give you some insight into what they are most likely feeling. So I hope that this video provided some kind of guidance or clarity for you along your journey, along this path that we're all sharing together. And again, if I do resonate with you, I hope you will subscribe to this channel and join our community here. I am so grateful for each and every one of you. I read all of your comments. I'm so grateful for all of the energy you share here with me on this channel through this platform. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself, where I post high vibrational content to keep your vibration up all day long. Also, I want to give a big thank you to all of you who are supporting me on my membership site, soundandsoulful.com. For those of you who don't know, I create subliminal affirmations meditation tracks, which are essentially meditations that contain unconscious affirmations designed to reprogram the subconscious mind and assist you in manifesting in all areas of life. So I have over 100 subliminals available to members, but specifically for Twin Flames, I do have several subliminals dedicated entirely to the Twin Flame journey, to the twin flame path, to helping you heal and balance the divine feminine or divine masculine, whichever you resonate with, clear any chakra blockages, preventing union, and there is a lot more there too that I don't even have the time to describe here. So if you would like to explore my subliminals and try them out free for 7 days, you can learn more information about that in the description box or the pinned comment under this video.